Well, good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing well. I'm still playing a little bit with some settings. For anyone that's ever done this, here are a couple things to know that from time to time, from time to time, Facebook changes profiles and they change how you do things. And for some of us that are less than technologically, I guess, experts, um, it changes. So I apologize for being a couple minutes late. I was playing, getting everything up and running. So welcome to Facebook Live. It is September 3rd. It's Friday. It's a couple minutes after 11, and it is absolutely gorgeous here at the University of the Ozarks. If this is your first time, uh, I'm going to give you a quick orientation on how we're going to do things. Basically, it goes like this: that if you are with us live and you have questions or comments or things you're curious about, please don't hesitate putting them in the comments field. And at the end of my prepared agenda, I'll go and check them out, and we'll take a few minutes and go where you want us to go. If by chance you're watching this as a recording, it's okay to go ahead and put your questions and comments in the same section. And my colleagues and I will be tracking those comments over the next basically 72 hours, usually till about Monday. And we'll continue to answer the questions in the printed section. Um, and that's what we're going to do. So again, welcome to a Facebook update. So let's start with a couple of details. Let's start with COVID. We've had a really good week. At the end of the second week, I'm very pleased, proud of our campus, the faculty, staff, and students about their behaviors. Yeah, we can still do a little bit better on the social distancing. We can always do a little bit better on the masking. But all in all, folks are doing a pretty good job. For those that are tracking numbers, if you want to see the live dashboard, you can go to our website. There's a gold bar across the top, and you just click on it, give it 10, 15, 20 seconds, and you'll see data start rolling and coming up. If you were to look at that, here's what you would see. Um, you would see that 82% of our faculty and staff are either fully vaccinated or have at least the first shot. You would see that 70% of our students are in the same position, either are fully vaccinated or are in process. That makes me really happy because that causes me to maybe exhale a little bit and know that if we've got that many folks that are vaccinated, the masks that fall down to here or here is not as big of a concern. Please don't mishear that. We'll continue to encourage people to wear them, but that if more of our folks are vaccinated, it just allows us to feel a little bit more comfortable. Even with all of that, we have some positives. We have 7 students that are in isolation with positive results. We have 1 student that's in quarantine and they're awaiting results, and then there's one case that's in process. So that's for a total of 9. Second week in the semester, I like those numbers. I think that they're signaling that folks are managing the challenges. And for me, that suggests that we're it suggests that we're working through it and doing okay. Things that are going on campus that I think you should know about. Um, I know December seems like a long time away, but one of the things that I got excited about, or am getting excited about, is the prospect of winter commencement. And if you happen to be working with a student that's going to graduate in December, know that they'll be receiving information very soon on a face-to-face commencement and what that looks like and how we plan to do our very best to give them a senior week, even when there's a worldwide pandemic. Um, we're also kicking off athletic seasons today. We did have the opening men's and women's soccer game scheduled to start today. The women's was unfortunately canceled due to challenges on the other team. But for me, seeing the season openers, um, well, it causes me to feel hopeful that that we're maybe, you know, starting to feel more normal. And any of you who have spent any time with me know that's not a word I like to use, because who knows what normal is, but it feels like we're back to those rhythms, and that things are going in a way that that can cause us to be hopeful. Again, let's talk about for students. If you're working with students, we've got some important dates that are coming up. One is, drop period. Next week we'll signal the end of the first 10 days of class, which basically means, hey, if you don't have your schedule exactly right, time is waning for you to make any adjustments to that. So if you happen to be working with one of our students, or if this happens to be one of my students, remember, we got to take care of all that by the end of business on Tuesday, so that Monica in the registrar's office can get you squared away. Know that things are going well. Know that the big construction project, namely science, is on track. I look forward to moving our campus science and STEM programs back into the Thomas and Francis Wilson Science Center after the first of the year. Know that we're continuing to welcome students. We still had a few that were late arrivals, but as of this weekend, that will also come to an end, as the semester will be at a point where, well, quite honestly, it's too far in to be able to let or allow a late arrival to come in. That's caused us to need to push some students to January, especially students that are from abroad, that due to no fault of their own just weren't able to get here in time for the semester to start. So know that those are my highlights, the things I wanted you to know. COVID, we're pretty pleased with where we are. Vaccination rates, we're pretty pleased with where we are. We're rolling into September, and that causes a lot of movement and change for our students. And then, well, I guess I didn't mention, and I know I talked about this last week a little bit, the decision to delay homecoming until the spring. Know that was a really tough decision and a tough recommendation for Vice President McBee, but we believe that it was the most prudent for our students, for the campus as a whole, and for the city of Clarksville. So I'm going to scan real quick and see about questions and comments, and we'll see where we are. Well, you're going to love this. With the new layout, I can't tell if there are any questions or not. Give me one moment, please. The beauties of being live, right? If you didn't know, I do this without technical support, which sometimes is just fine, but at the moment, well, quite honestly, it's making my blood pressure go up because I can't see where the comments are. And I see that some of you are going to laugh. I see a ticker that there are comments coming in. So feel free to laugh. Well, folks, I'm sorry. Um, that unless, let's play a little bit. Um, I've got folks, of course, texting me trying to tell me how to do that. But anyway, um, hang tight. I'm back on screen and we have technical support. All right, folks, we're going to do this double time. And it's a little weird looking at yourself on another screen so that you can simply see comments. So let's see what we've got going on, and we'll just double time it, and I'll look at one screen for one and one for another, and we'll figure this out. Still carrying. Oh, I like commonplace. Thank you. Blessings to you as well, Carla. All right, folks. I see a lot of folks watching. I don't see a lot of comments or questions. I see a couple of individual requests, and we'll be sure to get those squared away. Um, Also, again, if you've never watched these before and you really want some laughter, on our website you can see the old ones on the COVID page at the bottom. Go to about the second or third one of these I did, and you're gonna see me turn a screen. It wouldn't move. I've got a mask on, and looking back now, it's quite laughable. It's also maybe an insight into me that at the end of the day, I'm just trying to give you guys information and use the technology that we have. And if you get a little bit of laughter in well, my bloopers, that's okay. I'm told that the radio TV students are keeping a blooper reel of when they're doing projects. You may know this, that we have an amazing RTV program, and there are a couple of students that often record me and film me, and they get some great laughs. Those laughs are usually when I'm rolling my tongue. One of our students suggests that I make up words that don't exist. That's usually code for President Dunsworth. We're going to do that one again because we don't know what you just said. I'm told that I don't get to see the bloopers until I'm no longer working here. So who knows? I may convince them that we need to do a highlights reel and share them with the rest of you. So know that we're doing well. Know that we're thankful for everything that you do to support us. And I'd ask that you say a prayer for the University of the Ozarks. I'd ask that you offer a prayer for our students and for all those around the world that are struggling and that maybe need to have a lighter load. That maybe if we offered them up in prayer, they would feel their load dispersed. And until next time, God bless you, take care, and thank you. Bye-bye.